What is going on, guys? So in today's video we're going to be talking about scentbird. Scentbird is a company that's a subscription fragrance service, and you're able to select from designer, niche, and I think maybe a few indies are in there as well. You're able to select through those, and you're able to order a subscription fragrance scent each month. You can go either 1 or 2 or 3 fragrances each month, and I think you can go so far as frequencies as well. So if you want it delivered for 3 months and you want to subscribe for, it'll be like a few pennies cheaper than it would for if you just did it month by month. So I know the 1 fragrance per month is around 15, 2 fragrances per month is around 20 something if I'm not mistaken, and 3, which is the one that I have, this is around 35. I know some people may feel like, you know what, this isn't really worth it. And at one point it wasn't. At one point we were able to go to a lot of fragrance stores and smell and sample and get little sample size atomizers and take them home and get an idea of the fragrance and before we made our purchase. And some places that's still available, but not widely as it once was. So having a service like this, it does make it a bit easier to sample some things that you may want. The downside is their selection isn't as wide and as varying as you would like for it to be. There isn't a huge variety. There is a bigger variety than it once was years ago when I joined scentbird. I had scentbird years ago, and I remember it was just designers. You weren't seeing a lot of niche fragrances. You weren't seeing anything like that. So things have changed over the years. I reached out to them recently, and they were cool enough to send these to me for me to check out and review. And I also resubscribed anyway. Fragrance comes in this nice little black pouch here, and it comes in this case. Each fragrance that they sent me came with its own case this time. Normally they'll send you one case and just a bunch of the atomizers, usually in like a cylinder, like a paper cylinder. You give this a twist and your fragrance comes up. The fragrance that we'll be going over tonight is Robert Graham Valour. Is either Valour or Valour. Really nice color to this, like a gunmetal green or like a muted green. And each shipment also comes with a little flashcard that shows you and highlights the notes and everything for you. Got a little card here, and it has the note breakdown on the back. So this has clary sage, coffee santos, and amberwood. Any fragrance that has a coffee note in it, I'm usually all for it. So let's get into this one and see what it's about. So normally I use my test strips. I'm actually just going to spray it right on the card this time. Oh man, the amber in this one. The amber, that's crazy. That amber is really, really strong, really upfront. The coffee is there, but that amber takes the entire show. The coffee comes in with like this sweetness, and that woods, that amber wood kind of comes in and adds in a nice little bit of a woodiness, a little bit of a smokiness, but it's just a nice resinous, peppery, amber, soft coffee. That is really nice. This is a really, really good fall fragrance. This will be perfect for the fall. And the bottle doesn't look bad either. I wouldn't mind having that. There's a dog or something like that, a bulldog on the front. So that pepperiness is kind of toning down a little bit. The coffee is coming up a lot more. And you do get that fresh airiness from that clary sage. Not a whole lot, because I'm not a huge fan of clary sage if it's done the wrong way. Sometimes it can get a little too medicinal. Like I said, you get that really resinous, peppery amber, very sensual, very warm. Then that coffee comes in and it's not really loud. It's very laid back coffee note. And then you get that clary sage comes in, and it adds to it as well. It adds a nice little fresh and airy sort of component without it being a freshie or anything like that. And that's why I say something like this would really come in handy, because like I said, this is a 8 ml if I'm not mistaken. This is an 8 ml. If I was to go online and order a 7 ml of this same fragrance, that's gonna run me around $40, when this alone would run me about $15 on the site. So $15, I'm able to get an 8 ml of a fragrance that would normally cost me $40 for a 7.4 ml. Now I may be able to find it cheaper in different places and things like that if I dig around, but for the most part, that's the face value price of it. So it comes in handy. when you get other fragrances like Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense or something like that, I saw that on the site, that may not be worth it. You know what I mean? You can pick that up yourself for $40 for a full bottle, $50 for a nice size 4-ounce, 3-ounce bottle. So it really doesn't make much sense to spend $15 for a 10 ml when you can just get the whole bottle, you know what I mean, and have the full presentation. But in cases like this one actually pans out and works out. That is it for this video, you guys. Like I said, it comes with a little card pin telling you, you know, the note breakdown. It comes with the travel atomizer. It comes with the atomizer case, as well as the pouch that everything is sent in with Scentbird on the side. Decent presentation. They've been pretty consistent. I've seen them around all these years. I've heard quite a few complaints. I've heard some, you know, some compliments on the company as well. I know my personal dealings with them, I didn't have much of a problem with them. Of course, I was outside of the fragrance community. I wasn't really heavy into it, so I wasn't able to weigh what was worth it and what wasn't at that time. With me now having a little bit more knowledge, I'm able to do so a little more effectively. My suggestion is if they would expand their niche line. Everybody's really looking for niche when it comes to online shopping. You see some people checking out some designers here and there, but for the most part, everybody's looking for that niche selection, and they're looking for it at a good price point. If they were able to get their hands on more of a niche lineup and have the same price point, even if they raised it a little bit, they still could work out a little bit better. That is it for this video, you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will catch you guys soon. Peace.
I was up and down the highway trying to do it my way. To put a circle in the square, I tried to move it sideways. I do not wanna do it my way, tell me do it your way. I do not wanna do it my way, tell me do it your way. Since your first album drop, you done got some fame up. So she hit my line, she say, boy, you done changed up. It ain't that I changed, it's that I done stepped my game up.